Mountain Dew Voodew is Mountain Dew's annual seasonal flavor for Halloween time. This year's variant was released in mid-September, and it's a nice tradition to try to guess what each year's is trying to go for. Each year, Mountain Dew keeps the flavor they were trying to emulate a secret until either Mischief Night or Halloween proper. 2019 was going for candy corn, 2020 was a fruit candy explosion, and 2021 was going for fruit candy chews. It's like Mountain Dew ran out of time on their homework, so they just cheated using someone else's. But instead of using someone else's, they just used their own from their previous years. Anyway, the bottle has a similar design to previous years, just with a different color palette. The drink itself is white, falling in line with other mystery flavored snacks and drinks. You know, I like the concept of coloring your drinks differently based on the flavors. Like Mountain Dew is really good about that, as opposed to like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. I need to censor this now. Like, this color ain't fine, I have to censor this. As for the flavor itself, I quickly latched onto it being like a cherry airhead. While I was drinking it, I was a little worried that I was missing something. I haven't had Code Red in a while, and I doubt they wouldn't cover similar ground with at least something extra. I feel like the cherry airhead is part of what's in this, but it's not the full thing. I feel like, because that would just be Code Red, right? I mean, I guess it says mystery flavor, who said it has to be a different flavor from what they're already doing, but... That said, knowing that Mountain Dew has decided to double dip with the fruit candy flavors has put my mind to rest a little bit. While I didn't find the drink to be too sweet to enjoy, I can definitely see that being the case for someone else. While this is fine, it's still just a little too sweet for my preference here. Like, I'd prefer if there were a little less sugar in this. It is definitely being on that cusp of being too much. But there's a little tartness that does a good job of coming back just enough and giving it a little bit of dimension as so that it doesn't go overboard. Yeah, I think this would be perfectly serviceable in the C tier, just going off of, I think even Mountain Dew has some better options. Like, their mainstay of flavors are on their own significantly better. If I was at a party and I was offered Voodoo, I wouldn't turn it down, but I'd ask if there were any other options for it. I think it's safe to say that we could call this a C tier drink.